everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Ideally, though.
Ideally, though.
I'm your host, Erika, and with me is my hubby, my bestie, my butterbiscoy.
Yeah. What up?
And with me is a special guest, my sister, JuJu. JuJu on the beat.
Welcome to the show.
Hey.
And it's our third season, so it was nice to bring someone on the show for our third season.
Opening,
Yeah.
episode for the season. You excited to start it?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
And, my sister is a truck driver, so we're probably going to dive into, like, the world of truck driving.
I think that's cool.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I saw on Instagram, I saw a picture of Tim Walt's family, and it said Waltz, Trump for Waltz, or Waltz for Trump, or something like that. So all his family they took a picture with his grandma too. It was like a whole bunch of them, and they're basically like promoting Trump. And I was like, that's just like family, like weak ass family, right? I'm over here trying to be great, and then you got your weak ass family talking about, nah, fuck you, I'm gonna vote for Trump. Like, is anybody else trying to vote or trying to be vice president? Like,
what side of
I don't know, but it looked like brothers, aunts, and then he got his grandmother in the middle. Like, I mean, not him, but the family has the grandma in the middle.
Right.
And I'm just like, it's just like family to do that BS, right? It's like, okay, hey, I'm trying to do something good, and you're like, no, fuck you, I'm voting over here. I'm doing this.
I mean, they want to. That's why I asked what side of the family, because maybe like mama's side don't like, his or daddy's side.
It could be probably the daddy side. Have y'all ever noticed though, like how you closer to your mama family than you are to your daddy family?
Yeah.
You don't really fuck with the daddy side like that. You're like, I know them niggas, but I really don't
know them niggas.
Yeah. Like, the mama's side. I don't know. Maybe that's mama's because they always like.
They're the glue. Yeah,
they always had you around, like they brothers and sisters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like the dad just be like, nah, fuck them. If you know him, that's your uncle Pete over there. He's like, you never introduced me. I don't know who the hell that is.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's probably just like some, because you're gonna do anything when it comes to politics if you're in the campaign, right? You want to sway people's like opinions about stuff and perspective and things, right? So I think there is a way to like, oh, we want his own family's not gonna vote for him. So what kind of person could he possibly be? You know what I mean? And that's usually the type of shit they run for anyway. They try to besmirch your name and all that shit. So
I think that honestly, if I'm being honest, I think Trump probably is paying some people or his campaign like, hey, just make him look like he's unstable. His family's unstable.
CPAC or whatever the fuck it is.
Just like Kamala's like half brother or something like that, like saying shit. So you have to watch out.
People will say anything if you give them enough money.
Yeah,
people will say anything if you give them enough money. For sure.
Okay, so today we wanted to, I brought my sister on, and we wanted to talk about truck driving.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not know you wanted to do truck driving, and I was like, this bitch will do. Okay, she's taking a risk. Okay, go ahead. What really attracted you to wanting to do truck driving?
Honestly,
with
the boy.
It was a boy.
This boy.
Was he like, hey, it's gonna be easy?
He did say it's gonna be easy, but then like he said it in 2017.
Oh, okay. So then how many years did you wait to do it?
So I just started I've been driving for almost 2 years, so 2023 I started.
Okay.
But somebody else pushed me to even go further to do it, so yeah.
Because you did have a friend. You have a friend that truck drives.
I had a friend who truck drive, yes.
So okay, so she did. So she was like, oh no, yeah, this is what. So did they have similar stories? Like, oh yeah, this is what you do. It's not that bad.
Yeah, he said it was. He was like just like driving a regular car.
I'm like, that's a big ass car.
That is.
Yeah, it's you gotta stay grounded though, like, cause you can't smoke.
Oh, so that makes sense though.
So a lot of people don't want to do it because, like, people feel like they have to smoke.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's really, do you want your coin or you don't?
Shit, I'm out.
Right. Well, it makes sense because you think about all the long hours and driving at night and shit like that.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have accidents, and then you don't want the company to be at fault.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Yeah.
I
actually starting trucking and then moving into like what type of training you got. What was the catalyst to make you go, okay, yeah, I could definitely do this? Did you have any points in training where you were struggling at all, or was this something easy that you could just instantly pick up? Because knowing you do like to travel and move, so this sounds like it's down up your alley.
I mean, honestly, the reason why I feel like I could drive trucks is because I drove through the snow in Reno, And I said, "Oh, bitch, I could drive through anything. I could drive through anything."
That makes sense because I can't even drive the highway, and I couldn't drive the snow. So I'm like, dang, bitch, you like really driving up to Reno? I'm scared for you. So if you can do that in a small car, then you like, fuck yeah, I can do it in the big car.
Yeah, I mean, I could never try to drive at 18. I'm too afraid of it. Those actually give me fear. No,
Really?
no, U-Hauls like the U-Haul joints, easy. That's nothing. Easy all day. 18-wheelers give me nightmares. It's not just because of Final Destination. I had that. I lost an aunt to the 18-wheeler wreck.
Oh man!
It crushed her, knocked her heart directly out of her chest. Like they found her heart and her underneath the passenger or her seat.
Oh god!
It crushed her. So like that's why I like speed past them on the freeways. It's not like Final Destination that like log bounce.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks about that.
But we
fair
millennials, we ain't gonna be behind them log trucks because we didn't see Final Destination.
Nah.
Yeah.
So when you are doing your trucking, how does it start? What do you do to plan out things as far as like starting a route or getting a truck? How does this work?
So it depends. Like if I was an owner op, I'll make up my own plans. But since I work for a company, they send me out my where I have to go. So with that, it's really simple. Like after pre-trip, before I start leave, I go like, all right, let me pre-trip. Let me make sure my oil's good, my coolant's good, my trailer tires aren't messed up.
She knows more about mechanics shit.
It's I told them, I said, damn, I thought I just had to drive a truck.
No, that makes sense because I would thought that too until you started going into detail. Like, I got a pre-plan and I got to check all this. I'm like, why don't they have people to do that beforehand? But kind of like a race car drivers, when they go to the pit. Yeah, but that's like.
Well, I'd imagine it's mostly because if something happens to the truck, you got to take care of it. You're out there on your own, right?
I'm a team.
Oh, you're a team. Okay.
But it's the company truck. I'm calling them.
Something wrong. Yeah, something going on.
It's their money. So, I mean, but it did teach me a lot. It's like driving trucks taught me to read signs. I was like, damn, I never read signs like that.
Yeah.
The right lane closed? Shit.
Wait, what kind of signs?
But you get the signs, all right, you got to slow down 45. Like, in my regular car, I'm still hitting the dash. So it's like, like, I have to, it taught me a lot of patience. Like, okay, like, slow down. Because my fear is, I don't want to hit nobody. I do not want to hit nobody. That would break my heart. So I was like, nope, I'm not going to do it. So, like, pre-planning taught me a lot, but I have to learn myself. Even though we had trainers to teach us that, they didn't teach me pre-planning. I came in that motherfucker looking stupid. I said, so it helped. Yeah, it helps me though. It's like at the end of the day, it's like, boom, y'all gave me this route. Boom, the 40 closed. I got to figure out where to go. I have to.
A lot of it must be learning on the fly.
Yeah.
And understanding, like, because you have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Do they give you like a app where you like kind of like Google Maps in the
we have a GPS in the truck, but sometimes that's not accurate. Like literally, I used to go to this place in Washington. It always took me to the wrong place, but that's what I'm saying. When you got to pay attention, now I know where to go. But I've been lost. I've been lost, very lost.
Do you just put up your Google Maps on your phone?
Sometimes I do, but I have to be careful and mindful because that's not a truck route.
Oh yeah.
Oh
it's like going like downtown.
It's not a truck route.
You know what? That's okay. So that's interesting. That's why I'm putting two and two together in my head now. Whenever we've like gone to like take like road trips or whatever, I've always wondered like why most trucks stay in that like right side lane.
Yeah,
that's their lane.
Yeah.
I've never really understood that. I just thought like convoying together.
No, I knew it was their lane, but that makes so much sense because think about like those big ass trucks can be like downtown and stuff. Like imagine.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I never would have known that.
What was the first place they had you go? Like, can you remember?
Okay, so Washington. I was with Swift.
That was a kind of a further.
It was Washington, but it was snowing.
So that was your first trip going to Washington State.
It was snowing. Yeah, it was snowing. It wasn't bad, but my teammate, he was more scared. I'm like, shit, I'm trying to get out of here. Like, let's go. Like he was more like.
Hey, was he more like experienced?
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
Oh,
he was more experienced. He was more experienced, but it was like
I like that.
He found everything wrong, and like my partner now, I'm like me and this bitch be like, let's go. Yeah. Like, we about to thug it through. Like, let's go.
I like that. You need the confidence because like me, if I get scared, I need somebody to kind of be like, no, you got this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we both panicking, then
it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
But he panicked so much that I was like, damn, am I doing something wrong? So I was so happy when I left Swift. Like I'm like, okay, you make me feel like I just can't fucking drive, bitch. I know I can drive.
It makes you feel like self-conscious,
right.
especially with being like new. You're gonna always be like, "Am I doing this right?" Like,
Mm-hmm.
and then him like, "Oh, I don't know. You're like, "Yeah, let me
But
get out
he
of here."
did teach me a lot. Like my trainer, I have to realize he didn't have like shift gears. Like his like, so when we automatic, so it's like a gear when you going downhill. He didn't have it, so I wasn't used to using it until now. One thing he did teach me, my partner did, he's like, you need to do that because it's gonna slow you down. Because you pressing your brakes, you're gonna fuck your brakes up. You're gonna burn them out.
Yeah.
So it definitely taught me a lot because I was in Utah just like.
So question, like when you have to slow down, they teach you not to like hit on your brakes?
Yeah.
Okay.
So especially when it comes to like snow, I feel like it's really slippery. Like when I first started driving, I was with my trainer. And we were driving. Actually, my first trip was with my trainer. We was in Wyoming, and it was really snowing. And we were driving empty. One thing I don't recommend: do not let them make you drive empty in the snow. I looked to my motherfucking left. That trailer said, "I said, whoa."
She said, "Why the trailer right next to me?"
I knew not to hit the brakes. I said, "You can't hit the brakes." That's all I was reading. I was like, "Can't hit the brakes," but I knew I have to like. My steering wheel was moving, so I had to just try to, move it slowly back. So I'm like, all right.
Wow, that's scary.
I was nervous. He was nervous. My trainer looked like me.
Was that your worst scenario that happened to you, or did you have something like worse with your truck happen?
What would be the scariest thing that could have happened with the truck? What can you think of?
I feel like if my tire pop, like my truck tire pop, that would be scary because I can.
Has that happened?
No, my trailer. So if your trailer tire pop, you can still go. I damn near was in Tennessee and made it on a ball tire to California because it won't move. Like you can't tell.
That's crazy.
That's why you're supposed to pre-trip. And that was my fault. That's why you wasn't pre-trip.
Well, couldn't have just happened on the road or no?
Like, it probably did, but like when I didn't notice, like, cause like they be wanting, I'm like, I'm not bending down, I'm not doing all that. Like, no. But like if my truck tire would have popped, it would have maneuvered me. Like I would have probably flipped over. So like I'm just so thankful. Like every time, like thankful to God every time. Like it's never been like my truck tire. Every time.
It kind of makes me now really appreciate whenever anything shipping gets here on time. I'll say that now. I now am starting to just grow an appreciation for our truckers.
We should,
holy fuck, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, same. Because when I'm on the freeway, I'm like, I don't know how these truck drivers do it. You have those blind spots. I feel like. No?
Actually, they're the best mirrors I ever drove in.
Oh, like, okay. Because
you can see it. Like it's really like you. It's a big ass mirror, so I can see. Like if I can't see you, that means I'm not paying attention.
Oh, okay.
That means I'm not paying attention.
That must be a misconception that they can't tend to see you on certain spots. Okay.
Yeah, I would imagine it's kind of like buses because they kind of are built with the same mirror and the same arm angling.
Yeah.
I bet it's about the angle of the mirror. You can see everything else. That makes sense to me. That makes sense.
What's the like best place you ever been, like state wise, and you was like, oh, okay, I like driving through here.
I don't know. Let me see.
I was thinking, like, winter you can't really see too much probably.
The best was
summertime
really pretty.
Yeah.
I was driving through Tennessee.
Oh,
I was driving through Tennessee, and it was really nice. It was so green. I was like, I like this.
Yeah, I like Tennessee. That's why I go there for some barbecue and some jazz.
All right, I got the counter to that. What's the shittiest place?
Yeah, like city or state.
You're like, I don't even want to drive through here anymore.
Massachusetts, I hate it.
Yes.
Why?
Massachusetts.
Because it's too small, like narrow streets, or what?
So sometimes when I told you guys we're gonna rewind back when I said I need another GPS, you gonna always need 2 GPSs.
Yeah.
My truck GPS made me turn on the street I shouldn't have turned on.
Oh.
The good Lord made me not hit the curve, the car, because it was cars on the side. It was a pole right here. I couldn't tell you how to hit nothing.
Oh.
Wow.
And like a RoboCop came out of nowhere. I'm like, the fuck? Like he had to push me, like, make me go back to go the right way.
Yeah.
Because that's why you have to always be mindful, especially I'm a dedicated route. So I should automatically know now, like, okay, this is where I got to go.
Because you're always going there.
I'm always going there.
So that's what you mean when you say dedicated routes. Like this is somewhere I've been.
So there are different routes. There's dedicated and there's undedicated?
Yeah, so people do like OTR. I mean, I'm technically doing OTR because I'm going way to the East Coast. But OTR is like you're going to all 50 states.
Oh, okay. Because some people are kind of dedicated to like maybe 3 or 4 states.
Yeah, like I do Massachusetts. I do Jersey. I do Chicago. I'll do Florida from time to time. I like to like Florida
Chicago's a place I always see you going.
Yeah, I'm always in Chicago.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That's really fucking cool.
So yeah.
Have you ever got in like some kind of accident or went the wrong way?
Other than the one you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Have I gotten an accident?
Well, I don't say accident, but like, have you ever been like, oh crap, I went down a one-way street or something?
I was in Colorado, and I called my sister. I was so fucking scared. I said, Erika, where am I, bitch? Because
you're 10 miles from Denver on the left. Girl, you're going the wrong way.
I went the wrong way on the highway, and it was like, you knew trucks wasn't supposed to be there. And I'm over here scared like this, because in Colorado ain't no side, so I'm just like, fuck. And it was snowing. So I was like, thank God it's daytime.
Wow, dude.
That's why you have to pay attention. So me, when they say don't be on the phone, I understand. Don't even try to look down. Because like that one little look down, boom, I went the wrong way.
Okay, stay being large March, okay? Yeah. Well, what do you like? Because I know there's long hours. How many hours? What's the longest hours you drove?
Yeah, I mean, every time I drive 10 hours.
10 hours?
Every time.
Do you like nighttime or daytime?
Oh. You're good.
I can do both because I have a teammate, so we switch off.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I'd rather do, like if I had to do it, I'll do nighttime, only because it is less traffic. It is less bullshit to deal with. If I am overweight, block this off. If I am overweight, if I'm overweight, I'm gonna go past some weigh stations because they're gonna be closed at night. In the daytime, it is like I learned so much about truck. I'm thinking like I just have to drive trucks. No, I got to make sure it's weighed correctly because if it's overweight, you get like a $5,000 fine. You got to stop. You got to fix it.
We do see those
engine brake places are, and they have that hill.
Dumb weigh stations
and shit that they have. Yeah, those things.
That makes sense to do night though, because I can just be grooving, like like just be at night and nobody's really around. And
I feel like that's safer. I feel like nighttime is the most safe. Right?
Think about like 5 o'clock traffic or whatever traffic rush hour is in certain states. You like, dang.
Chicago.
I was just
in the morning when I leave from Chicago. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bitch, why she always wants to switch. I'm like, for what? For what?
Do the daytime.
I feel like we should only switch, and I told her when we do our 34. When I go home, let's switch. Because now my body's so up. My body was used to night. Now you make me do a drastic change when we could have kept it the same.
Yeah.
I was going to say, though, you mentioned going like 34, like going home. So do you request time off as a truck driver, or do they say, okay, after 2 weeks you go home, or how does that work with trying to get off time?
I requested time off.
Okay.
So you got to do a 34 regardless to get your time back.
So we always hours.
Yeah. So we always end up in California to do a 34 because we still got to go up to Northern California, to get our load to go to the next state.
Because you're like primary in California, so like where they sit, like so you get sent. Okay, the truck driving companies in California, and then they'll send you to go get loads, and then that's when they tell you to go Chicago, Florida, and stuff like that.
We automatically usually know where we're going in advance, so I don't know. Like, Friday, Chicago run. If I'm doing Thursday, I know I'm doing the East Coast run. Like, I know that.
Do you get to say no? I don't want to do this. Like, let's say, for example, you saw the news and it was a snow blizzard or just something like Chicago, and you're like, I don't want to take it. Can you say no?
Yeah.
Will that penalize you?
If they want to be petty and not give me no more work, because I care about my life, I mean.
Oh, okay. So they could hold a grudge. They're like, because you don't want to do it, then I'm gonna skip you a couple times. And then,
interesting.
So you could sit at home for a minute if they don't want to give you something.
Yeah. Like when my teammate will go home, and I'll do like if they gave me like a short run, like I told you last time I came to Vegas, I called him. I said, never the fuck again. Don't put me in a weird ass situation ever again.
So like your partner can stay home and you can kind of be like, well, I don't want to do any home time right now. You could take an independent trip.
I wish they made me go with another partner.
Oh, so I know that sometimes you did have a partner.
Yeah, like if I do like an independent trip, it's really just from like Southern California to Vegas. That's only like 4 hours away. Yeah. But if I was going to Texas, they won't, which is dumb because Texas is really not that long either. From like Southern California to like San Antonio, that's really a day. Like I really feel like they're taking from my pockets.
Especially when, it makes sense because especially when you're saying I'll do 10 hours and then so with the resting thing though, so okay, you do 10 hours, you have a partner. Do they tell you or on the GPS or whatever when you got to stop, or how does that work when you're trying to like, okay, I'm tired?
You can see your time. You'll see how much hours you got. Like it's going down,
it has like
and they'll give you a warning. If like You got a 30-minute warning, Jaleesa. Okay.
What happens if you're not by like a truck stop? Do you just stop on the side of the road, or how does that work? Like if you were like, oh, I wasn't paying attention.
I'm petty. I'm gonna call them like, I need to use some personal conveyance to make it to the next truck stop.
Also, there's some personal time to just kind of stretch it out.
They don't want to give it to us. They don't want to give it. They don't want to give it to the team driver because they're like, well, fuck it. Like she better switch at the rest stop. But we so like, I'm so demure. I'm so mindful.
very mindful.
I
hate it.
I'm going to take you to the truck stop so you can be comfortably, get ready, go brush your teeth, wash your face, get some snacks, and we can keep going. I feel like that's better because we're both two females.
Side of the road.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say too, like, what happens when you like, oh, I got to run.
Yeah.
Like if I gotta eat, I feel like you gotta be mindful of like what you eat and stuff because I'm thinking like my stomach hurt and I'm like I'm an hour away from something.
Yeah.
So like, how does that work? Have you ever had to do with
when I have a male partner? I definitely do it, but I have to let them know in the beginning, like, we're going to stop at Love's Pilot. I don't care. A truck stop. I was like, because at the end of the day, I'm a female. I still got to get ready. I still have, I'm a female.
Yeah, you got your
cycles. Yeah, so it's like,
All right. Speaking of truck stops, how disgusting can they get? Do they get gross?
You know what?
Like, oh, you talking about like the showers in the bathroom?
Yeah, we're talking. Because I mean, when I hear truck stop, all the things I've seen in
like
media, I'm thinking lot lizards, and I'm thinking terrible bathrooms. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
most dates are actually the Loves are actually clean. The only one I can say is Lost Hills. I hate their bathroom.
Where's that at?
In California.
Okay. Because I'm thinking this. Like, I'm already driving a lot. They should keep those things at like good maintenance. Yeah. Like, people gotta sit there for maybe an hour or two.
That's where their money comes from.
Take showers and do you have to wear? Do they provide like shower shoes, or you just gotta bring your own shit?
I come with my slides. I gotta come with my slides.
Wait, when I've been on the phone with you, I've heard over a speaker it sound like there's a line for like the shower. Yeah. So how long can you wait for a shower? How's the longest?
Honestly, the longest I waited was like an hour.
Wow. So it must be a lot of people there then.
Depending on what time you went there, like say if it's like a football game, everybody trying to get fresh up. You get early.
Oh wow.
So you there early trying to fresh up, but all right, but it depends. It depends really what time you go. Like if I go early in the morning, like if I make it there at like 6 a.m., I'm good. Okay. If I make it there at like 10 a.m., it's gonna be a little, a little. Yeah.
Do they clean the showers after everybody? Is that what takes so long, or is just the people?
They're supposed to, but I really couldn't tell you if they did because one day I was showering and I seen a towel in there. I said,
They ain't cleaned it.
I said, give me my points back, even though I get free showers.
Oh, that's a good one. So you don't have to pay for showers. The company is the point.
My company do it.
Oh,
a lot of companies don't do that.
So
really?
So you gotta come out your own pocket. They don't give you any.
The only how you'll get like shower points if once you keep fueling. You'll get points easy.
Okay.
So like shower points, but like me, like they got a contract with less. So like every time, even if I gotta just use a bathroom, I'll click on it. Like, boop. Let me just.
That's kind of cool though because who wants to come out their pocket?
Yeah. It's $20 a shower.
How much?
What?
$20.
$20 a shower?
Guess what? I'm showering once every 4 days.
What does my tax money pay for?
Yeah, because we need our goods, we need our products, so you got to keep the truck drivers
better
happy.
Free raising roads, safer for these people, and free showers. That would be great.
Come on now.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Especially being a woman, because I feel like they just more so cater to the men because it is a man-based kind of environment, right?
Good segue there. What is the differences? What do you feel like in personality? Different people you may have interacted with regarding female truckers and male truckers.
Yeah, like the pros and cons of having like maybe like a male partner versus a woman,
partner, whatever.
I feel like as a male partner, they feel like I'm the shit, but I have to let them know I'm better. So.
Like I've been doing this for a long time.
And I've been with somebody at the team with, but I've been doing this for a long time. You almost got me a ticket if I didn't go rescale my shit because you play with it. Like since you've been doing this for a long time, I can get something on my license for 5 years just because you didn't scale it correctly, or you didn't even at least be mindful of like, hey, it's kind of overweight, so I can pass by this shit, so I know we can get through it.
So it seems like the truck drivers who've been doing it for a while, they have this cockiness about them, and they tend to
complacency.
Forget.
They're more like like I had a team driver, like I was his partner for a little bit, and he was like, yeah, well, I drive in daytime. I said, that's nice. I'm driving in the daytime though because
you gotta put your foot down because they're men, so they're like, oh well, this is how it's gonna go. Well, do you feel like the pro I see with maybe having a male driver is certain like maybe small towns and things like that maybe have a little bustle.
They're very, they give trick. So sometimes I do like them.
Well, I'm just saying, like, when you think about like, oh well, I'm gonna be here and it ain't a lot of black people around.
Yes.
And not a lot of, there's none but just men. You kind of get, as a woman, you kind of get a creep vibe being around a lot of men. You do get a creep vibe. But I just wonder if they help. It makes it feel like, okay, well, I have a man here, so don't mess with me, or no?
With this generation, I mean,
well, the truck drivers ain't really our generation. They seem like they
there's so many people younger than me.
Oh wow!
My first partner was 21.
People are, just as a side tangent, people are leaving like my sector and like all those like tech ranges to go into more practical jobs, because when you get to a certain degree, you'll get 6 figures. And they come with pensions later. And, like, you can retire easy. It's way more... Niggas are always going to need everything. Websites can come and go as they please. You see what I'm saying?
I was just thinking about the old school, old man truckers. That's what I was thinking.
There's not a lot more. Those guys were dying breed. There's a lot more young people. They're bypassing college.
It's a lot of female ones, too.
Oh, that's good. So you're seeing a lot more females.
I love it. They girls. I was like, hey, y'all.
Do you see a lot of black girls, too?
Depending on where I'm at.
Okay.
If I was in Chicago, I seen a lot of black female truck drivers. In Ohio, I seen a lot of black female truck drivers.
That's really fucking cool.
Because it's a small community, but it's growing.
Yeah. And we just look at each other, we just smile, like, okay.
Yeah, hey, that's cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Hey, you.
We the guys saying that we there.
Yeah. Do you like having a female versus a male?
I love my teammate, I do. But as females, you always gonna end up bumping heads a little
bit. Oh
yeah. Or if you're on a truck too long, being on a truck too long can really just get your attitude just like, sometimes it can't
close
be.
Spaces. Okay.
I've been on the road for 8 weeks, so like I know my attitude is like, it was getting there.
So,
but
what do you do to handle the mental side of the trucking aspect then? Like, what helps the mental health?
That's the hardest thing for me.
Oh.
Do you like read or watch any TV? Or
I'll listen to your podcast, of course.
Oh,
thank you. Always. I talk to my sister a lot, so it's like that helps. But like when you in your head, you be like, damn, I'm in my head. So it's like, that's the hardest part. Like your mental is like,
because you start thinking about a whole bunch of things. Can you imagine being on the road like late night? You're like, 10 years ago, I really was fucked up.
Definitely. I know. I met one person that I knew, and he did do suicide. He killed himself. He was a truck driver.
You think it's because he was kind of just in solitude in a sense, driving by himself, or just kind of always in his head?
I really do think because he was driving by himself, like, because when you by yourself, it's like you just sit here, like, and especially driving at night can be boring because a lot of people sleep at night, So it's like you'll be like, okay, like me personally, I pray to get lowered, because that's gonna be the only person to keep my sanity. So I mean, it's a lot. It could be a lot. So like that's why you need, when they like, you need your break. You need your break from the truck, because it's like you want to go back to reality. Like, okay, that's why a lot of people want local drives, because it's like you're used to doing this and that, and the hard part is trying to keep your weight down sometimes because you are not doing nothing.
Oh yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's our fault if we're not doing nothing. Because now I have noticed me. I will get out that car before we shower, and I will jump rope for 30 minutes.
That makes sense. That's why all the truck drivers got those names like Large Marge and stuff like that. I'm just saying, the truck drivers tend to be a little bit more stocky.
How's the radio talk? Do you do trucker talk and shit?
I ain't even
Breaker 1.
I ain't trucker. Like that's that's if you want to stay a trucker for your whole life. To me.
Do you have a headphones? I see the truckers with the headphones.
Yeah, they have the little. I don't have that.
Why? They don't provide it.
Who about to pay for it? I'm not.
Wait, so you have to pay for that equipment?
Yes.
I'll pay for it just to be on. I'll be like trucker 1-2, trucker 1-2.
Tax money go?
I'm on I-55.
I'm about to ask them where y'all tax money go, because they said I deserve a free radio.
I mean, I would hope that anybody who is in a truck has proper communication tools. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll make the joke like I did before. I don't need my tax money making bullets to go kill people overseas. I would much rather get you a headset.
And then we won't have no shortage of pickles, shortage of cucumbers.
Oh,
because the TikToks and things. So make sure you're taking care of the truck drivers, the ones who take it from point A to point B.
Especially the ones who like to do it, because I feel like that do help. Because it's plenty of times I have noticed that people, my friend I talked to, he'd be like, yeah, he's like, see, you would know the 40 was closed if you had a radio. I was like, well, shit, buy me one.
I like that because you can communicate. And, I feel like that if they gave that for free, that'd help with just being in your head. You can be able to talk to people.
Talk to people.
I would do it just to be talking to people.
Airplanes don't come with or not come with a fucking radio.
Right. You have to talk to the tower.
Radio. You have to talk to the air traffic controller.
Yeah, that's something they need to definitely improve because I wonder what the suicide rate could be.
I bet you it's a number that's uncomfortably high and we wouldn't know about.
Yeah, that's what they said. Truck drivers be truck drivers. You absolutely right. I need about 5-6 niggas to talk to because I'm bored at night.
Yeah.
Shit. So it's like I need to stay up. So it's like I got to keep myself up because most truck drivers probably do drugs. I don't. I go to sleep. So
Yeah, especially when you don't have a partner and you're like, oh, I'm just doing it by myself.
But you still don't have a partner when you think about it because my partner sleep.
Yeah,
you got to get ready.
You are still
you still by yourself. So
it's basically a mobile office. It's what it's become. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just switch places.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Do you guys get paid? And I don't know if this is a company thing or just truck in general. Do you guys get paid per hour or per miles?
It depends on the company. I get paid mileage. Some people can get paid hourly. Like if you more locally, you might get paid hourly. But on the road, you'll get paid per mile.
And what do you do most? I guess I would say, what do you think your opinion is about doing local jobs versus not local? And do you think more people like local jobs or rather the others?
I have this Facebook group, so I do see the pros and the cons. Some people like OTR, which I don't blame them because you can probably actually save way more money than being local. It's I'm going a lot, so I have no choice. But I really don't need it that much. But some, it's a little couple groceries.
That makes sense. Yeah, be a minimalist.
Minimalist. Yeah.
But then you get locally like me because I'm still young and turnt. I like to go out. I like to go outside, but I also like my structure. I also miss the gym. I also miss my social life. I miss my niece and nephews and all that. Okay. So
that makes sense.
Yeah, so you're like, I'd rather have a local job.
Yeah.
I think maybe when you get, it all depends. If you're young and wild and free and you really don't have much to go back to, then you could do those long jobs.
Yeah.
And then maybe when you get older, you're like, I need more of a local. It all depends on the personality. It seems like.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, probably so.
I just feel like, I don't know, if you do OTR, you just probably really don't have a social life.
What does that stand for? OTR?
Over the road.
That's what I thought. I was gonna say either on the road or over the road. That's what I thought. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What is the scariest situation you ever been in?
Scary. Oh, okay. So I'm driving, minding my business, doing what I do.
Hong Kong.
I enter Arizona. And the person was on the side of me on my driver's side, and he was out of nowhere, he was spinning across from me. I just seen him going like this. I'm like,
do what?
He was just
oh, just his.
He had a passenger. He had a passenger next to her, so they're just
Oh, what are you doing that?
And I'm just bro, I didn't hit you. I'm looking
you just driving.
I'm just did I hit him? Yeah, I'm on the right side, so you come on my left side. I mean, you trying to pass me by because either you're gonna go, you're going faster than me or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, he stopped in front of me I couldn't even get past. He made me. He had me stopped in the middle of a downgrade you could kill me. Because he wanted to try to say I hit his mirror. So I got on and looked. But I was kind of nervous though, because I'm you a man, I'm a female. But I got on and looked. I said, sir, I didn't hit nothing. So I got back in the truck. His wife comes out and tried to open my door. She didn't know how to partner. Partner came out. They hosted.
What's happening?
She's like, what's going on? She's like, I was like, this is unsafe. We're on a downgrade. If somebody's not paying attention, I can easily fly through this windshield if somebody hits me.
Yep.
Yeah. And none of us, everything is too much going on. My emergency light's not on. I'm not even thinking, so it's
I'm sweaty.
He's over there just talking shit, and I'm just like, sir, I'm really like that. Please do not.
It's the beginning of a horror movie.
Yeah.
It's just to prove a point, oh, you hit my mirror.
He was stop. He's I'm gonna call the police. Don't worry about it, baby. I'm gonna call the police.
Yeah.
Because this not gonna be on my record because I ain't do shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I called the police. He took the license plates down till this day. No call, no nothing. because you knew I was like, he looked at so like, I'm like, damn, like he gotta be on drugs because you're looking like you're tweaking right now, bro.
Oh wow,
So,
and that was in Arizona.
Yeah, that was in the beginning of Arizona, coming from Utah.
That makes sense.
Oh wow.
So
maybe that was Cody.
His wife was the one talking bitch, and I'm like, ma'am, please.
Good on you to keeping it together so you don't lose your job.
See, that's the part.
Are you guys able to have weapons like a bat or something or mace or
something? You could probably have mace and stuff.
Because I'm just thinking about people like that. Like that's dangerous. Again, 2 females on the road. That's the scary part about being a woman driver to me. Is dealing with like weirdos like that or being at truck stops that are maybe like almost deserted. You know,
I feel like even if it's not deserted, truck stops are males are creepy to me. Like I'm like
they're the lot lizards.
They're not the lot. They're buying the lot lizards. Listen, but no, he was just he got on top of the thing like how you can get on top to look through my window. But he was on my passenger side talking to my teammate. Oh, okay. And he was like, "You're lucky, you guys are females." Blah blah blah. But he grabbed her hand and she had to take off on him. So I had no choice but to get off. You're not about to just.
So y'all was fighting.
You're not about to just hit my partner.
Downgrade, y'all fighting.
You fought on the own.
You're not about to just hit my partner.
Between Utah and Arizona, they scrapping. But
the whole time, like he got mad. Like I'm like, where your wife at though? Why she just sitting there? That's big dog over there, right? But like I feel like at the end of the day, like when you are partners with somebody, it's like y'all do build that friendship.
Only hope,
you just
right?
Like and you feel me? As we 2 black females, you feel me? So at the end of the day, it was like let's you find. I guess I'm gonna have to hop up because ain't nobody. Come on now, we gonna have to take this L together.
It's kind of like military. It's like military and being a cop, right? It's like you grow this family, this bond. Like with not only you being a female truck driver, but being a black female truck driver. Has there been times where you've been in those like small cities or towns where you're like, oh,
Tennessee?
I don't know.
I gotta get.
I was in a small town in Tennessee and like
sundown town.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what that is, girl?
You gotta get the fuck out of here by sundown.
Yeah.
So it felt like that.
Yeah. And in Oregon, I was doing a route. I was taking over somebody's route for that week. That same truck stop I went to was just like you knew you wasn't supposed to be there. Like,
but did anybody ever approach you, or you ever dealt with any like racism, or you just had that feeling?
I never dealt with racism there, but you can see like in Illinois, it's like this it's like a truck stop, but it's like these houses in the back.
Oh wow!
And you see like the people, they still have like little cone thing that you put over your
not the Klan.
Yeah, like you still know that you're not like they just closed something down in Oregon as well too. That they just finally was like I need to take this down. Like it's a lot of sundown. It's a lot of sundown towns that I never knew about. I was like,
wow.
And it's kind of scary because when we switch and we have to we want to shower. So it's like sometimes it's like
I don't know if I'm gonna be safe being able to be this vulnerable, taking a shower, somebody come up behind me. But that's it's funny because she'll call me and be like, "Bro, what's the population of black people in this?" I'm like 4,562.
Man, I was trying to go to the gym. She's like, the 2% might be at the truck stop. All right.
Be at the truck stop is great. Like, making up 2% of the people there.
You gotta look out for that. But I mean, I think it's so easy to be like a white male truck driver, and now that we're getting, more black people and then black women,
which is great to hear.
It's kind of like Lovecraft Country, right? When you have the map, what is the Green Book, or that the black people used to create for the safe passages across the U.S. It's kind of like that. I think that's why it's important to probably have a radio and know certain people's like stations, so you can talk to them. Like, hey, you on the road, Large Marge? Yeah. Like, are you?
I definitely feel like if you want to drive trucks for the long run, definitely get a radio.
Yeah. But I think they should provide it. That's messed up. Like, did they ever tell you how much the radio was?
It's like about $500.
$500. Do they just take it out your check, or how's that work?
Oh, you got to buy it at like a truck stop. Which don't get me wrong. If I decide to save my points, I probably can't get enough points from fueling because keep in mind I get free showers, so it's not taken from me. So if I fuel enough, I probably can get up to like that $500 and get like a headset.
I just think they should just.
But they're gonna pay for me to install it because they're gonna have to install it too. So.
Oh my god! So I gotta pay for it at a random truck stop, and then I gotta like pay them to install it
to keep it up. Yeah.
I'm gonna go to one of them shade tree mechanics.
I don't get
that
it.
I just got to get beer to, and he gonna install the radio for
Trade the
me.
candy
I'm just saying.
with the cigarette on his lip.
Right. But you know what? That made me, when you did it, when you became a truck driver, I was like, man, if she could do it, other people can do it. You know, it is scary. Like, I don't even like driving the highway. So I'm like, she's doing it. If people really want to try to do the truck driving, I say just really like do a deep dive.
My thought was on it was it's perfect for her because she likes to. She's on the move constantly.
Yeah, she's always on the road.
You're always on the move, so it makes sense that why not make money on the move?
That's true. Yeah.
And I was also a Lyft driver, so it was just like, why wear and tear my car when I can wear and tear their shit? Yeah. So, you know.
Are you able to bring people with you? Like, let's say if you had a kid or a husband or something?
Yeah. If I was a solo driver, it would be easy. Like,
do they care if you bring people?
Oh, no. I would just be paying insurance every month, which is only like $9 for you just to get on the car.
That's so fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. And then if you wanted to, you could probably buy your own truck, right? Is that a better investment if you bought your truck and then?
Right now, with the truck industry, the company's taking it because, you know, they want a certain amount and the company's like, oh, we're just going to pay them this amount. You know? So it's like, right now it's kind of like, you know, it's down. It's not up. But when it's up, it's up though. Like,
gotcha.
My friend, he owns his own truck. So like, don't get me wrong, he still get paid decent. But he could probably get paid better, honestly.
And you can start to become at that point your own independent shipper.
Yeah. So then you can. And I don't know right now with inflation how maybe they're screwing you know, people over who got their own trucks.
I just feel like
I bet they are.
I feel like if you're like married, honestly, your best bet is to just go to dispatch school and your husband drive the car and y'all both winning. Because now I'm sending out the loads. I don't care what Amazon talked about. I'm sending out my loads. Now we about to really get this money.
Oh, okay. That's a fucking hustle.
So yeah.
Yeah.
We about to really get this money. Like now, hey.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Well, if you guys want to ever do truck driving, I mean, you can definitely deep dive and look into that.
Do your research. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a big one, right? Researching.
Amazon, you work in their little warehouse for 3 months. They'll pay for your CDLs. I wish I would have learned. I just really just dove in it and now I owe them some money. But, you know,
and you got to get your CDLs first, huh?
You know, yeah, you get your CDLs, but they're going to pay for your CDLs.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
paying for my CDLs. So it's like Pepsi will pay for it. Just research, do more research. Don't just go in.
Would you say there is a high need for truckers at all at this point?
Yeah. It's a high need for truckers. Yeah. But, you know, it's just the pay rate is like, you know, for some people.
You need more money to get. That makes, I mean, shit, you're spending weeks at a time on the fucking road to get me my Xbox. Yeah. You know, you deserve some cash.
Yeah.
You know, no radio and shit pay. Well, not shit pay, but not what they deserve.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It's just not worth it.
It doesn't make sense.
When you think about it, you're like, damn, like I'm only making this.
Yeah.
Especially when you think about going across.
And I'm going on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And it's just like I've been on the road for 8 weeks. Bitch, can I have a bonus? Like, you know, that's how I look at it.
Do they give you bonuses?
If you don't have no like criticals, like to them, they'll try to find something like boom. They be like a car can go swerve in front of me. They're like, oh no, bitch, I push my foot on that brake. I know you. No, you don't. I tap. I don't even push it hard. I'll tap it. But you know, you can go past. Go ahead. But it's like I feel like the fact that they got to give out bonuses, they really nitpick a lot. Like,
so is it kind of like Progressive? Because Progressive does a snapshot where they can see like how you're driving, so they base it off of that. They have something.
Yeah, they know exactly where my truck is, and you know.
So then they'll be like, "Oh no, well you did this, or you kind of tapped it a little bit harder than we like."
They record it. They show me.
Oh wow!
I'd be like, oh,
ain't that a bitch?
Do you guys have like monthly or
these niggas got cameras that can record shit, but don't give niggas radios? I'm not leaving radio.
Yeah, no. I was just thinking, do you guys do reviews, like, or were there like maybe saying, okay, this is how good you're doing, this is what you need to work on?
Yeah, they'll show me, they'll call me, they'll be like, oh, well, you're doing better, no more, you know, you're not speeding. I'm like, man.
But then they're picking. I think because inflation probably.
Yeah,
they're like, oh,
because they're like, you're speeding. I'm like, bitch, I pressed the brakes. Like, how hard do you want to press this motherfucker? Like,
I pressed the brakes.
All right, but yeah, they like to nitpick, but it's like the fact that I do have my experience.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go for my tankers and my hazmat.
Okay, so that's what you want to do next.
Dude.
And y'all need gas.
For sure. So the next thing on your journey is really just now doing something local where you're dealing with the gas because they pay more.
They pay more.
I'm sure. Hazard.
So with hazard, do you have to get a certain like type of like training or license?
I got to get my hazmat, my tankers. I think it's like a week class, and I gotta
Okay.
get like my fingerprint.
So it's like a certification that you
Yeah,
gotta get. And
my
then fingerprint.
endorsements. Yeah.
Okay.
Endorsements.
Oh, I like that. I wonder
Mhm.
how many females are in that, like with the whole gas thing. I know that's a little
You know,
dangerous.
the Sagittarius in me, I do it all.
I
I do it
know
all.
that's right.
Listen.
Okay.
But no, it's a lot of money. Like I feel like at the end of the day, like you can do whatever you want to do. I don't care what nobody talking about. Do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I feel like I can make more money. I'm always make more money.
That's what we need to.
So-
We need more people saying, you know what? I don't want to do this. I want to do this. Like just keep on like pushing to the next
I
level.
feel like you gotta just elevate, keep elevating,
yeah.
elevating. So
Because
yeah.
so many people are so complacent nowadays. I don't feel like working. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that.
I don't
So
don't get too comfortable because even the truck driving is cute right now, but it's still something better to me. It's gonna
Oh,
always
yeah,
be
I
something
like that.
better.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I like
So
that.
yeah.
That's a good message.
Yeah.
That's a good message.
Well, thank you for coming on and telling us
Yeah.
about truck driving.
Yeah, thank you. We're a pleasure.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Absolute
you.
pleasure, right?
Thank you.
Do you have any last words of wisdom you want to give out before we head out for the weekend?
What did you call it? Pre-check fuels,
Yeah.
pre-fuel, and pre-check your cars. Because
Yeah.
apparently that shit is important.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
And remember, you guys, we drop our new episodes every Friday on all streaming platforms, and we're on YouTube at Ideally Though Pod. So like, subscribe, hit the bell button,
Share them. Shit.
I feel like you almost forgot that. And we'll check you guys next week. Bye.
Here.